Alright, so I'm continuing work on the mini arcades. This one is pretty much done. I haven't touched it since I posted the short on it. But the next one that we're working on is Frogger, which I think should be fairly easy because it's mostly the same layout, has the same controls because it's just one button plus a joystick, and then coin door, so we're probably going to be using the same internal frame. The only thing that's going to change is the outside. This one, I just don't think that I'm skilled enough with art to be able to do an 8-bit frog, so instead of doing a standard like sprite like what we did with Pac-Man, I think I'm going to go for sort of a wood exterior, kind of like the actual original arcade machine. And I'm hoping that it'll just look like a smaller version of the original Frogger. Okay, it's been a few hours, and you know how I said I wasn't going to do a frog on the side panel? Well, I changed my mind. Originally I wasn't going to, but this is how the other one turned out, and I think you'll agree this looks a whole lot better. Alright, so I have some of the prints going right now. The reason that the arcade machines are small is because I want the largest part to be still printable on the Prusa. So I think it's 200mm print bed. So every part at the most needs to fit within that. And then the ender is just printing other small support pieces that print within its print bed. The print should take a little while. I think this piece is going to take about 10.5 hours. And then these little pieces, not very long at all. It's maybe 30 minutes, I think. It's the next day, and pieces are done. You can see how they're going to fit together. These have the detents in them. I'm just going to pop these guys out, put them inside. Look at how freaking good this thing came out, dude. My god. The only thing is I didn't have brown filament for the briefcase, so went with gray, but man, I could not be more happy with how this came out. I think that looks really good. So all the parts are done now. It actually doesn't look like that many when they're actually all laid out on the desk. But we have the electronics, all of our plastic components, and then our screws. Everything on this is held together with 3mm screws, and you're supposed to tap everything. I don't think I'm going to on this one. I did on the last one, but it just seemed like a waste of time, to be honest. The only part that I'm thinking about tapping is this guy. This holds the Raspberry Pi, and just some of these, if the camera will focus, some of these connectors are a bit small, or screw holes are a bit small, and I just don't want it to tear. So I think that's the plan. Right now, main board, Raspberry Pi, LCD, 7 inches I think, reset switch, amp, volume control, speaker, joystick. Then this one is the just the start button for it. And minus all the stuff that I'm probably forgetting, I think that's everything. I think our first step is to do the electronics on this base plate. So let me clip this into a tripod and show. The base plate is going to hold most of the electronics, and everything is going to be built off of this. So the base plate is going to hold our 4-ohm speaker. I think this is 4-ohm actually. Pretty sure. 4-ohm speaker. And it just slots in there. Our button. And then our joystick. It's gonna slot in like that. And then the other stuff connects by getting slot in. So we have, I call it the LCD stand. This holds some of the electronics on the back. but it just slots into the side like that and then gets held in with screws. This side also slots into the back and gets held in with screws. Then you can see that they kind of have teeth here, which slot up with this guy. So this is just going to boop, boop. And then the light's not super great in here, but it fits and it fits well. And that's how all these things are gonna kind of piece together. But everything's built off the base plate. So I'm still trying to figure out what the best way of doing this is, but these panels for right now, this is the way that I'm working with it. Amp, volume control, and then down here is our coin insert button. So I just have a screw in there right now, but press the button on the side, and then that registers as a coin input. But I want to add an actual coin insert at some point, so it will function exactly like an old school arcade machine. So when I do that, I want to be able to disable the button as a coin input. So that's what this push button switch is for. So this is going to connect up to the Raspberry Pi, and then when this button is pressed, that will allow this switch to complete the circuit, which tells the Pi that a coin was inserted. And then when it's deselected, all of a sudden this switch will do nothing. Ooh. There we go. Looks good. Actually, no, I think I screwed it up. Yeah, these holes are still about a 0.1 inches or something like that off. I thought I fixed it. They were off on the last one too. That sucks. Oh well. It still holds in place fairly good, so we'll just use these two screw holes then. Okay. Oops. That's... Oh. Ooh, time for everyone's favorite moment. And then this guy. And this one, I didn't change the design at all, and I know it's a tight fit from the Pac-Man machine, so there we go. Cool. All the assembly seems to be done right now. Now just need to connect all the electronics to the header pins, which, thinking about it now, really should have been done before assembly. But, yeah. Live and learn, I guess. Connected up all the electronics. Everything is working well. Have it up and running right now. On the side. Start button. Cool. And with that, our collection is now 2 arcades strong.